1-2, but that number should look very familiar to San Diego fans. Maybe not worry you so much. Hey, how are you, folks? Jason Horwitz and NFL.com's Pat Kerwin with you, breaking down a pair of 1-2 teams, Kansas City and San Diego. But the Chargers have been 1-2 now 3 times the last 4 seasons. Obviously, remember last year they turned it around, won 14 games. Give San Diego fans the opposite view. Why should they be a little pessimistic about this team?
Well, I don't know that I would be pessimistic, but I'm going to try to create something for you here. But I think that where you get nervous about the San Diego Chargers is their pass defense. They're giving up 2 touchdown passes a game, so you're encouraged after you break their films down to throw the ball at the San Diego Chargers. They're not getting the pressure they got before, and we never thought the secondary was great. It was the pressure that hid that, so it's a combination of those 2 things. But I don't know that Kansas City is a team that can come out there and throw the ball enough to do this.
No, I'm not sure Kansas City is a team that can do anything offensively enough to do this so far.
Be kind, Jason.
Do we have to be? You tell me. I always like numbers. 26 points. That's what they've scored this season. That's an average of 8.3 a game. That's not going to win many games. Now, big reason why. They haven't run the football. Larry Johnson's struggling mightily. The teams know that that's what they're going to have to take away. But LaDainian Tomlinson hasn't really been able to run the football either. Who breaks out of it first?
Well, when you look at these 2 guys first and you see that between them they have 107 carries for 270 yards. Combined, they're rushing the ball at 2.5. Bad for you fantasy football guys. I think LaDainian's the guy to break out of this. I was troubled. I had a little sideline thing with Rivers. No big deal. It happens a lot in football. I was troubled with Larry Johnson's comments that it's kind of like a checker match. Football's not like checkers. It is like chess, and there are things going on. Here's what I see when I see the tape, and here's what's part of your frustration, but you think it's checkers, so you didn't see it. Your tight end, when he opens up, he used to get 2-man double coverage all the time. He doesn't get it anymore. He's not the vertical threat he was, so the extra player's inside playing a running game, Larry. That's called chess, not checkers.
There's no king me in this situation, right? You're not jumping over it. But one thing that he did point out last week, or the one thing that did come out of last week's victory against Minnesota, Tony Gonzalez came back alive. So did Dwayne Bowe. So Damon Huard did have a couple of guys to throw to.
And here's the point. Gonzalez will come back into the picture because as the quarterback, and Damon Huard's a smart guy, he sees how they're going to play the tight end. That dictates go to the tight end. How many runs did our friend Larry have? 24, biggest day of the year. Still not a big work day for him. He's a 30-plus guy. What's happening is the quarterback sees there's an opportunity over here. Let me go to the tight end. The more the tight end catches, the more people are going to walk that second player out, and then the running game will open up.
And so will that.
Hang in there, Larry, waiting for a rook to get here.
24 carries, 42 yards. Now that goes into our AccuScore prediction, which is 10,000 tests, all mathematical, no human element. Here's what it spit out for this game. It predicted this is the biggest margin of week 4 between one team, the favorite, against the underdog. 84% of the time the Chargers won the game. You think they win big?
I don't know if they're going to win big because, they haven't shown me that firepower yet on offense. I'm still looking for the vertical threat in the San Diego passing game. Don't see him. But I think they'll win this football game. And when you look at Herm Edwards' Kansas City Chiefs team on the road, they're 3-7 since Herm's been there. They struggle on the road. I think they'll struggle in this one. The defense is playing a little better, but I think LaDainian explosive. Keep this in mind. Last year, LaDainian Tomlinson, in the first 6 games of the season, had 1 game of 100 yards rushing. We tend to forget that. We remember all the great games.
He opened up when he had that 4-touchdown game in the middle of the season. That you said 3-7. That number 3 also sticks out because the Chiefs have lost 3 straight in San Diego. They're hoping not to make it 4. The 2 kick it off at 4:15 p.m. Eastern on CBS. For more on this game or any other in Week 4, be sure to check out all the previews on CBSSports.com and all over the CBS Audience Network. For NFL.com's Pat Kerwin, I'm Jason Horwitz. Take care.